Hey guys, Takamasak here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II. Now with less Gigas! Yeah, now that we're on the 4th basement here, we won't meet up with any of the Gigas monsters anymore, I don't believe. If you do run up to them, they're extremely uncommon, but we will run up with some new enemies. For this example, we have the, Great Ogre, I suppose that would be, or the Ogre Chieftain, I believe they're called in other versions. And we can't kill him before the slow magics. There's nothing too much to say about these guys other than they're just the next step up from the regular ogre. Not quite as murderous as the Gigas, but... Alright. I can do 33. 33 is just fine. But I'll still go with a fire there, even though they're neutral to it, just to boost the skill. Now, I don't think my original plan for that cottage is going to end up working. What I'd like to do is make a run through half of this cave and grab most of the treasure that's out of the way of the exit, and then come back after I use the cottage, and then just proceed through it normally. But I think it's pretty well exhausted my supply of ethers. You may be asking why I have to leave anyway. Well, we have to go back and talk to that Hiryu in order to get a certain item before we finish up with this section. Keep everybody pretty well full anyway. There we go. Yeah, I accidentally used an ether on Guy there. I didn't mean to do that, but... And here we have another new guy, a Revenant! Just like all the other guys, or all the other undead guys, they are weak to fire and can be damaged by cure. The thing about these guys is I believe they can steal MP from you. They don't seem to like to use it a whole lot, but I believe they can. Otherwise, just burn them. Fire 5 not quite strong enough to murder them, unfortunately. I think even if I threw a Cure 4 on there, it'd still be a little too much. Excuse me? Now excuse me? There we go. I don't believe these guys can paralyze you, at least, so... I will deal with the damage over the paralysis. Much less obnoxious. Did that just... Ah, I thought it just said Maria got a double in down. I must have not been reading that correctly. I sure hope not. Alright. Go down one more floor. And there's water down here. And there were a couple of the Adamantoise monsters. You can run up with groups of more than one of them this time. And they seem to be a little easier to curse than the Gigas, at least. One of the Ogre Chiefs, or Grogers there, dropped a wing sword, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Furion. And let's see, let's grab the top ones first. And what do we have up here? A heart, flame bow, and an Elder IQ. Oh, by the way, the mirror that we picked up last episode, it casts Wall 16 on everybody, but I'm gonna NPC it. This chest will have a knight armor, but it's trapped with Adamantoise, which we've already seen, so... And there's only 3 of them. Sheesh, immediately jumped by some ogres again. No more wing swords, unfortunately. Not that I really need them anymore, but... And here we have, I believe, the last new guy we can meet up with in here. The Poison Toad, I believe that's what they're going for. They can, well, obviously poison you. Plus, they are also weak to... Ow! They're weak to ice, so I would like to put that to use. And... I think they've got about 450 HP, if I recall correctly, so I'll have Furion and Guy team up against one there. That's more like it. I'll take a 33. Yeah, not quite. And... yeah, I think I want to do a group cast. I don't think that'll do enough damage, though. Let's do it like this. I don't think she's gonna do enough damage to kill the bottom, but I think the top two will be gone. Such extreme tactics against poison toads. I think I'm getting a little bit... What was that? A little bit too heavy into that. Oh well. And my plan failed horribly. Who didn't see that coming? Ugh. Oh well. It can't be helped. I will take this over Gigas any day of the week. And pretty good gold drop table once again for these guys, and also the Great Ogres also have a pretty decent gold drop table. Oh! The persistent poison! Stays with you even after death. And I'm pretty sure I burned off all of my ethers too, unfortunately. As I've already dwindled down Furion's HP to 4. Yep, that'll be it there. Well, there's only one more treasure I would like to grab before we head out of here. So let's backtrack 2 floors. Yeah, just a few souls there. I love fire spells. No, I don't. Quite arguably the most obnoxious battle thus far in the game. There may be more, so just hold on to your seats. Alright, let's, And guess who isn't paying any attention to which floor he is on? Double Gigas. And I'm pretty well convinced there, if I hadn't found that other winged sword, I would be dead right now. I'm pretty sure I can't fight another group of those, so instead of doing that, I will take my 3 MP on Guy and use the exit spell. If I didn't mention about it before, you will lose a little bit of HP coming out, but it's not really a huge deal. Now I am going to make my way back over to Bofsk over there and replenish all of my elixirs that I had. This is where I was saying earlier I would just use the cottage there and rest up here if I had a decent amount of elixirs, but I don't. So I will meet you back. Everything above this line, it looks like. I might as well hold on to this. Everything above the empty line there will once again be NPC'd, and I will meet you back at a Dist castle. Alright, I made it back, and I got a little ahead of myself. I accidentally came by and talked to this guy who gives you the egg once you mention the Hiru to him. And if you mention Dragoon to him, he mentions that a Dragoon named Richard went off to search for the ultimate magic of Ultima here, so got a little bit ahead of myself before I even knew what was going on there. Spring of Life. If that has anything to do with the water in the base floor there. Yeah, you pretty much say the same thing. Now, I am going to go back into the cave there, and I will meet you where we found the magic cane by the first stairs we took. I believe it's the 2nd floor. Just take the lower right stairs on the 1st floor, and you'll see where I'm at. Alright, all set. I found a giant gauntlet on the way over here. I believe a Gigas ended up dropping that. Soon, we will be rid of the Gigas. Just a couple more floors. I can smell it. Come over here, we can grab a mithril shield, which everybody has at this point anyway, so... Yeah, that's how you're supposed to get on the... Well, we're just supposed to go a little bit farther on the other floor. Kind of a pain if you don't know about it and just go crashing through the floor. It's convenient if you know where to drop, I suppose, but... And let's get Layla back in the front row as she was horribly murdered. By a Revenant, not any Gigas. We're almost there. Oh, one more for the road, eh, game? But that was actually one of the more beautiful Gigas battles he could have had. Strike first, curse them both, first time I had. It was quite beautiful, really. And if we come over here, we can get the Dragoon Beam! It just damages all enemies in battle. I'm gonna have to use it. And I leveled fire up to level 6 there. Yay! And the other 2 doors are empty, but if we come up here, we have inconveniently timed Adamantoise battle. And I suppose... yeah, I need to heal up anyway there, so... perhaps it's best they stop me before I charged in with my favorite war cry. And... yeah, I will go ahead and use a few of these. I'd rather not, but... made it down here okay. And I should be pretty good. I don't think I'll need any more healing from that. If we talk to this guy, there just so happens to be a monster in front of the screen. Who would have... oh dear. Who would have guessed? This is about as bad of a setup as this can get. Because there are so many of these guys, I'm gonna try to curse the ones in the back and focus it. Ooh, that really helps. Focus everybody else on one and try to get rid of it. Not quite going to do so, but these guys have a flame breath, which is really painful. They're neutral to fire, but well, yeah, I'll just leave her stuff equipped. I'm not super worried about it. So hopefully they don't all do the flame breath, because that's going to be horrible. Their melee attacks hurt a little bit, but I should have used fire. That was poor planning. But not too much. Plus with our evade really coming along, we're really going to start getting a lot of misses there. Not too bad. Could be worse. Hopefully we can finish him off this round. And this guy's cursed, I believe. Just in case, I will hit him with that. And just send Layla after him there. Alright. Wasn't quite sure how close he was. Fire 7! Not as painful as I remember it being, but... well, I suppose I remember it being if all of them were to do that. Life would be going very poorly for me at the moment. And wasted a fire 6, but whatever. And there goes Layla. I'm not going to worry about her at this point. I'll just leave her dead. Life is a little bit fickle at level 1 anyway, so... you saw that in earlier episodes. Let's get the winged sword back out. Hopefully, if everybody gangs up on one, we should be able to drop it. Ooh! Especially with damage like that. Yeah. For some reason I remembered this being a lot harder than it was, but, well, here you have it. I want to say a guy would be able to do that again, but I'm really not confident in that, so... yes, it'll drag things out a little more, but I'll definitely have them all murdered. Or have this one murdered, anyway. Yeah! Yeah, I think you can meet up with 1 to 4 of these guys, and I got the unlucky dice roll. 1 would be much better. I'm not even going to bother healing. Let's just get this over with. Wow! Look at Furion cranking out the damage. And immediately shown up by guy. Oh well, what can you do? Everybody gets stuff! Ooh. Now what we need to do is find the egg. And we'll drop that in. And now I will just... yeah, you know what, I'll just exit out. I don't want to deal with any more of the Gigas, and I'll meet you over at his. Alright, we made it back over here. Let's go tell the Hiryu that, the egg should be okay now. Where'd it go? You don't mean... oh. How long is that gonna be? that's depressing. After all that. Now what I want to do, I'm going to backtrack to Altea off screen, but I'm going to purchase... I want to get another life spell for Maria there. If anybody's interested in how my stats are developing, I might as well show it. I said I was going to do it in video descriptions, but yeah, I'm going to pick up the life spell for Maria, and then I will work my way back to Altea, where I will meet you for next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy II. He's got 16 in this. This is Takamasak, and I'll see you later.